Welcome to another episode of the Affinity podcast. And today we have a member who we're going to speak to about her progress so far. And I'd just like to introduce you to Dina, my lovely member. And Dina, all over to you. Just introduce yourself, a little bit about yourself, and where you currently are in your journey so far.
Yeah, so I joined Affinity in mid-March, around the 20th of March. But I have been following Affinity for almost 2 years. So it took me 2 years to join. Um, the reason I didn't join 2 years ago with my corporate role where I was working in a VC firm. So breakfast, lunch, dinners are provided. So if I was an Affinity plan, I would not be able to do this. Like they had a private caterer, snacks and food and everything was provided in the office. And I was working there for 6 years, hybrid, 3 times going in, twice working at home. Um, so yeah, I knew that's not going to be for me. If I find the next role where I'm working from home or I have to make my own food, then I can control it a bit. So I think March was when I contacted Nikhil. The reason why I did it in March, not in January, is I knew in December, January time last year that I need to lose weight because I saw the scales going up and I didn't like that, what I was seeing. I've always been slim. Thankfully, I've not been overweight or anything. I've always been slim, but I just didn't like the way the scales were going. I didn't like the way my body was, being bloated, tired. So December went, Christmas went, January, I thought, okay, I'll contact Affinity. I guess I was a little bit cautious with the price as well. So I thought, okay, let me see if I can drop the weight myself. So from January to March, I thought, let me see if I can do it myself. And one thing is I couldn't. I tried it for, 2 months, 3 months just before I joined Affinity. What put me off was when you go on the scales, you see the weight go up, you see the weight go down, and then you give up after because you've got no one to coach you. So I did a little bit of reducing my carbs, not eating potato, giving up bread. And I was like, I'm doing all this hard work, but the scales are still going up. And then I would give up. I'd literally give up, Jamie. Like, that's it. For the next 2 weeks, I'm binge eating. I'm going back to my old Dina. And I thought, no, this is not right. So I think mid-March is when I contacted Nikhil. I was a bit down with my cold in that. And we were going to actually postpone it for April because it came down with a little flu bug and a temperature. And I remember just WhatsApping him and I said, no, you know what, I'm all in. Forget the cold. I mean, I'm just gonna have excuses. Otherwise, it's either now or never. If I don't do it, I remember Nikhil, he was really good, he was really patient. And he was WhatsApping me saying, are you in? Are you not? So that he can plan, obviously, if there's other clients that want to join. And I remember he was really good, really responsive, like even in the middle of the night. And I just said to him, forget it. I know I've got a cold and stuff like that. Forget it, Nick. We'll just go. We'll just go with it. You just sign me up. I'll deal with my cold or whatever in the background, but just sign me up. And
And you
I think
spoke, yeah.
it's 9 weeks in the journey, and I actually feel so great. So it's been
Yeah.
9 weeks since I've joined Affinity, and I do not regret it. I do not regret it. I feel mentally and physically it's changed me. It's healed me a lot. My kids actually see the improvements as well. So it's good to get the little feedback from my 5-year-old saying, "Oh, mom, your belly's gone in now." So no, I do not regret it. And now I don't even think about the price, the package that we're paying, because if that's going to change someone's well-being, get them into the fitness, better health, and something that's sustainable in long runs, I don't even think about any of that. And it's affinity is like a process that you keep saying, trust the process. So there's no giving up now. The scales go up and down. It's fine. Block that out of your head. Just keep going. Just do what you're doing,
Yeah.
eat what you're doing, do your exercises, do your walks, continue with it. And then scales will go up and down because then I realized your body's getting used to it. Your body's adjusting to it. So it was hard. The first 2 weeks was hard because you're in a calorie deficit. I was getting a little bit dizzy because your body's getting used to it as well. Still eating my normal foods, but it was just because I was eating smaller, reduced portions. A lot of the sugar had been cut out where I was binge eating my biscuits. I was eating proper meals now,
Yeah.
3 course meals with proper snacks. So I was having light dizziness and that, but that I would say that was only for early stages, 2 weeks or so. But
Mm.
after 3 or 4 weeks, the body feels so much better. You sleep better. Your energy, your fuel is so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Amazing.
no regrets.
Amazing. And up till now, what kind of progress have you made? How much are we down in kilos? How are you feeling? How's your body composition looking? Your sleep, you've already
Yeah,
talked about,
so
but how are you feeling?
I think I'm like probably about 4.5 kg down from when I started. I can definitely see it in my clothes as well. So I haven't gone out to buy new clothes because I've always had smaller size. It was just getting into those sizes before I used to wear them and I used to feel bloated or I couldn't tuck my tops in or anything. Now it's like, oh, they're a little bit loose, but it's nice now that it's comfort feeling. You're not putting clothes on and it's not tight fitted, or you come home and you think, oh, I quickly need to get changed. Body has changed, not a lot, not drastically, but it has changed, like especially the tummy area has changed a lot from
Yeah.
where I started. The thighs, the weight in the thighs have gone in when I do the measurements. I can see it. Definitely the lower body has changed because the hips and that I can see the gaps in my clothes and my dresses and my trousers now,
Mm.
jeans or whatever. I can see the looseness in my thighs and that. Arms, a little bit like I know my boys tell me they can see the muscles now, the little structure coming in my little arms as well. And I think that's the strength training that's been helping as well. So it's been really good. The comments I get from my little kids when I'm doing the strength training and I can see the little, oh, mommy, you're getting little muscles. So it's nice, and it's only 2 months in the journey, and we've still got another 4 months because it's a 6 months plan. So now I'm excited to see where the journey, falls when the
Yeah.
plan ends. And the home workout is really good because I'm not going to the gym, but it's realistic workouts that you can do at home. I did purchase, there was home stuff I did have, like I had a rowing machine and I had a treadmill and a walking pad before joining Affinity. But those stuff were just sitting there that I hadn't used for 5 years. So I was
Wow.
getting back into that, getting back into the treadmill. If it's raining outside, go for a run. But weights is something that I hadn't purchased, and I purchased that after joining Affinity for the strength training because I don't go to the gym. And it's not big weights, it's just small, 2.5 kg, 5 kg. But starting off with building the strength with that, next couple of weeks I might go a little bit up and purchase another one. But I'm actually enjoying the workouts at home.
Amazing.
And the day you get
Amazing.
it done is just a blast. It's just, wow, you got it done 30 minutes or 40 minutes, but you actually feel better as well. So it's
Yeah.
been a good journey.
Amazing. Amazing. And did you have any like concerns or any big concerns before joining? You already said about, the investment and it took you 2 years to join. Was that one of your big concerns? Like, would it work or not? Or you wouldn't have any time to do it?
I think um so I wasn't concerned whether the Affinity plan will work or not because I seen progress with people that I know. So there are some people like my son has one of the mums. I won't mention him. I'll keep it anonymous. But they went to nursery together, and she lives just down the road from me, 10 minutes. And I didn't know she was an Affinity plan until I followed on Insta. And there's another lady that lives near my house, and I'm like, oh wow, she's dropped a lot of weight as well. And I'm like, they literally live down just, we literally see them all the time on our street. So I don't think there was doubts that whether this plan's going to work. I think looking at Instagram and knowing a few people in my area that have lost a lot of weight, I think it was me, how am I going to get that done? How is this plan going to work for me? How am I going to put it in my daily lifestyle with 2 young kids? And I don't go to the gym. But I loved it when Nicole said, we're not forcing you to go to the gym.
Yeah.
You can do your home workouts. We're not forcing you to change your meals. So I think that was my back of my head was, if I join this, do I have to change my meals? Do I have to go into this strict diet? Because I've never been in a diet plan because I've always been know how it works because I've never joined any diet plan. So I didn't know if I'm going to be on a milkshake diet plan or if my whole food is going to be changed. And I did say to Nicole, we eat, basic Indian food probably 4 times a week because my kids are young and they need it. And then we break it out. The other 3 days we break it out to non-Indian, pastel, wherever. But I think the first 2 weeks was weighing the food and logging it on the app got it was a mindset. It was just changing the mindset. I had to just get used to that. Taking photos of the food, doing the measurements, logging in the app. 9 weeks doing it. I think after a few weeks you get used to it. You do it for 1 week, 2 week. Now it's just a habit. You
Yeah.
don't even think about it. It's just a habit. It's just like
Yeah.
any of your work chores that you would do. You look at your morning calendar. It's just a habit now to take photos, log it in the app, and talking to the other people in the group. Like there was so much. advice in the community as well. People help you and say, if you have repeat meals, if you already logged it on the app, that's all you got to do. Just find that meal and just log it after. You're not creating a new recipe or anything.
Yeah.
So that was the mindset. The first 2 weeks just took me a while, a couple of hours playing around with it. But now it's just, yeah, you don't even think it literally takes a couple of minutes to just
Yeah.
log it all in.
And looking back, Dina, what's been like the biggest change in your day-to-day life so far?
I think it's the fitness. I'm so glad I got the fitness back. I was always an active person before having the kids, not going to the gym to work out, but just general walks and runs. I used to love doing my runs. I'm so glad. It's been 5 years since I last did a run, or 8 years since I last did a 10K run after having my first son. And after having the second son, it just dropped. The fitness level just dropped. When my son started nursery and I can't run after him and I'm out of breath, that was just like, no, I need to do something about it. Because I've got two boys, they're very active, and when I'm running after them on the street and I'm huffing and puffing and they're running miles away, I'm so glad I got my fitness back. And that's even in the early stages, like we're not even halfway there. I haven't even hit the 3 months in Affinity. And I think I started running not straight away when I joined Affinity, not in March. I think I started about 4 or 5 weeks. I started the running slow, half lap, 1 lap, 2 lap, really, really slow, like baby steps in the park. And now it's just like a breeze when I run the 5K. It's just like, oh, I've done it in under half an hour, 27 minutes, and then just continue running for another 6K. So I'm so glad that the fitness is back, that we can longer. The strength training is something I've never done in my life because I've never gone to the gym. And I'm so glad um, that helps a lot as well. I told you the first time when I did lunges, I couldn't even do it. The squats hurt me for 3 days, my legs
Yeah.
hurt me for 3 days.
Yeah.
And I was literally going to give up until you said, slow, steady process. And it's true, if you're doing it regular, your body gets used to it, the muscles open up, and the more regular you do it, they don't hurt. You're not in pain. You're a little bit in pain, but not that much in pain. So
Yeah.
I love that sports day and stuff like that. I literally not never used to attend sports day because I was embarrassed with my fitness. And now I'm like a proud mummy going to his sports day.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. And what is it that helps you stay consistent every day? I know that you're into a routine now with your food and weighing and putting on MyFitnessPal, and even when you're with your training and walking. Um, but what is it that keeps you consistent? What is it that makes you stay consistent?
I think it's also the age. I am in my 40s. I'm going to be 43 in a couple of months. And I think as I'm getting older, and we forget about that the fitness give up on you. We actually give up on the fitness, so we need to get that back. And I think as you're getting older, the strength training is so much important that I realized if you asked me 10 years ago, I would have just said, forget it. I'm in my 30s. I don't need to think about strength training. Now that I'm doing it, I can see why it's important. It's not just to get the body in shape, but it mentally, physically helps you, energizes you, you sleep better as well. And I just don't think I want to go back to the old Dina now.
Yeah.
Binge eating a pack of biscuits or Jaffa cakes or anything. I don't want to go back to that. I actually feel so much better, and more energy means more time I can spend with my children as well.
And
Um,
did you ever think about before you joined Affinity, as an online coaching program, did you ever think of having a PT, just a PT in the gym? What is it that makes us different from online coaching, do you think, than going to a personal trainer in the gym or just having that personal training session once a week or twice a week? What is it that made you go for online coaching, and what is it that makes that difference?
I think so. Personal training is something I probably did about 15 years ago. So I did used to go to a gym fitness first, and I did have a personal trainer. And personal trainers, it is good sometimes because they can see the exercises that you're doing and they can push you. I think sometimes you do get pushed too much with a personal trainer. You need to get these reps done, you need to get these sets done. Um, and I think with the online, it's not just getting anything done, but you're mentally preparing us how to get there. So even though you're physically not seeing the exercises and you're relying on us, accountability, because you can easily log the session saying you've done the exercises. But I think where the guidance from Affinity is, you're actually helping you mentoring. You're not saying you have to do those 3 reps. It's fine, take a break. I remember you told me, hold your hand to the wall when you're struggling with one of your legs. And the difference between a PT and a coach guiding you online is the personal trainer will still make you do that. No matter, even if you're hurting, you're in pain, the personal trainer will just say, no, you got to do it. I've experienced that in the gym as well, but I struggled to do some of my exercise, and the personal trainer's like, no, no, you got to do it. Whereas you said to me, it's fine, use the support, hold a wall or whatever, put your hands on the wall, slow stages, take deep breaths. If you don't get all your reps done, it's fine. You'll increase it as your stamina and your strength builds up. So I really enjoy that, and you're not changing any of your meal plans or anything. We're working around it. We just got into smaller portions. But I like it that every day there's a check-in. How's your day? How you're doing? And you don't get that with a personal trainer. You've done your gym session, you've gone home, and you don't get to WhatsApp them, message them, call them, none of that.
Yeah.
I think with the online, you guys are always there, and it doesn't matter. It's not just every 2 weeks when we're catching up in ability that you have to raise your voice. You can raise it anytime. Plus, there's also the group, affinity group we have as well, the main group, so you can always get ideas from other members.
Yeah.
And I think that's really good because there are plenty of other members that are going through the same journey, different weight scales, everyone's on a different weight goal, but we still get ideas. And I love that people are sharing ideas.
Yeah. We have a lot of people coming to us and saying, I don't have time to do this. I don't have time for an online coaching program. So what would you say to someone who feels like they don't have time? They're listening to this and they feel that I can't do this. I don't have time. What would you say to them?
Uh, I think I was like that as well. I was like that if there's a 3 workout session, how am I going to do it? And only because I've got a full-time hybrid role, but I think even if I was going to the office, I probably would have got it done. I think you've got to make time. You have to make time. So there's some sacrifices you'll have to do. Either you might have to wake up a little bit early, or your workouts might have to be done in the evening, or you might have to utilize your lunch break, eat lunch at your desk, and then go out for the walks or do a little bit of your work. But I think, you're working 7, 8 hours a day, you can make a little bit of time. And if that means not on Monday to Friday, you can probably dedicate 40 minutes or 45 minutes on the weekend as well. So I think the more excuses people come up with, you're never gonna get fit otherwise. You need to block some time out. Um, and if that means, it's not canceling all your socials, but it's for me, I've got 2 kids in that. Sometimes I don't go outside to do my runs. They want to be in the house, so I'm just doing it in the shed, in the garage while they're playing in the garden. Some of the heat waves, I've literally taken my weights outside in the garden, put the yoga mat while they play. I've done my workout in the garden.
Yeah.
So I think the sacrifice is instead of binge watching Netflix and stuff like that, you have got time.
Yeah.
You might miss one of your shows for 40 minutes or something, but it's fine. Catch up on the show next time. Just get a 40 minutes workout done. And
Yeah.
then just next day watch 2 back-to-back shows.
Yeah. And let's just tell the members or whoever's listening right now, what are your goals in the next 3, 4 months? What is it that you want to achieve? You've got something coming up in July, you can tell all our members about. After that,
Yes,
what are your goals?
so so that's another reason I signed up. I've got a 26 miles height. Um, and I joined Affinity and then I was like, let me just push my fitness level. I lasted the 26 miles walk 15 years ago in central London. So this is good now. This keeps me just in Affinity. You got to do your daily steps anyway, the 10K. So I'm getting 20,000 or maybe more because I've got this hike to go in July. But I think even when the hike is done, I'm already thinking about my next challenges. So it's not just, okay, the hike is going to be done in early July. That's it. I'm going to chill now. I'm actually thinking about a 10K run. I'm thinking about a 5K run to do with my 8-year-old because he wants to do a 5K run, walk, run, walk. I'm just thinking about the fitnesses that after September, when the plan ends, for me, it doesn't end there. I'm definitely going to continue with it. I want to maintain the weight because I have felt so much better. And I think it's just become a mindset now. Like I told you, I can't eat full meals now. Even if I go for a social and I saved all my calories, I just can't eat a full portion of that meal now because your body's just got used to it. And I better that I'm not bloated the next day. I'm not tired. So I can still go out for meals and still have the energy the next day and wake up.
Yeah.
So no, I'm definitely like looking forward to it, even when the plan ends. I haven't thought about it whether I'm going to extend the plan or not, or just continue with it myself. But there's no regrets joining
Amazing.
Affinity. It's been a game changer all around.
Amazing. And lastly, what would you say to someone who's listening and they're unsure about getting started? Anything, any advice that you would give them right now?
I would say just don't overthink it. Even if this is a once in a lifetime experience you get, I wouldn't think too much because if you calculate it, it works out like £8, £9 a day, and you'd probably be spending that on the lunch on a daily basis and not even realize it. The odd teas and coffees that you get every day, and then you get like a meal deal that probably adds up to the £8, £9. I think if you put the money aside, because you might think it's a big investment, if you just put that aside and you think about the health, the long runs, what you're going to gain out of it. If you have got underlying health conditions, it's not like your underlying health conditions will go away, but it will improve. It will definitely improve. You'll definitely pick up eating habits. I picked up eating habits that I didn't even know. Um, and it's just tweaking a little bit of um my meals. I'm still eating my same meals, but it's just tweaking it. I would say to anyone that wants to think, don't overthink it. The more you leave it, you'll never get it done. You'll just think 2 months later, I'll join. 3 months later, you'll always have excuses that I've got a social, I've got a birthday, I'll join next year. Life will go on, but you won't join otherwise. I think it's just so amazing for any newcomers that want to join that. There's just not just the coaches, but there's the whole community in the WhatsApp group. There's other people that you can just reach out to as well, and which will motivate you as well. So I think even if it's a once in a lifetime, I would just say to someone, if even if it's a once in a lifetime experience, I think, yeah, this will be a game changer. Do experience it. Do go through the journey. Do go through the process. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to take time, obviously, the 6 months, and then you're going to have to continue with it as well to maintain it. But the results you get, you'll feel so much better no matter
Amazing.
what weight you drop, whether it's 2K, 3K, 5K, whatever your goals are, you'll actually feel so amazing.
Yeah.
So I would just say to everyone, just don't think about it, sign up.
Amazing. Amazing. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time today, Dina.
Thank you so much.
And we will speak soon. And anyone who's listening, if you like this podcast, if you like listen to what Dina had to say, please do pass it on, share it with friends, or leave us a comment. And we will catch up with you soon. Thanks, Dina.
Thanks, Jimmy. Bye.